Yeah. Now I am explaining basics part 6 of mensuration, which you will very important for 8th, 9th and 10th standard. But from 6th onwards it will start. So this is the picture. Now I will explain each and everything what is mean by this. Quadrilateral means quad means 4, quad means 4, lateral means 4 sides. So here quadrilateral means 4-sided figure. So here quadrilateral means having 4 sides, right? Now what is meant by trapezium? So these are all 4-sided figures. So let us go deep into this. Trapezium, what is this parallelogram and that all. What is this trapezium means? A quadrilateral already I have discussed. It is a 4-sided figure. Like that, simple 4-sided figure is a quadrilateral. Polygon means having more than 3 sides is called a polygon. That all we will discuss later on, but for the time being concentrate on this. Polygon we will discuss later on. Quadrilateral. Next, coming to trapezium. Trapezium means it is also a quadrilateral in which it is having only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. That means they will never intersect. If you produce this, they will intersect. So quadrilateral trapezium means only one pair of opposite sides are parallel, like this. Now if you produce this and this, they will intersect, but this and this, they will never intersect. So trapezium is a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Parallelogram means both pair of opposite sides are parallel. A quadrilateral in which both pair of opposite sides are parallel, they will never intersect, so they are parallel. A quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel is called a parallelogram. And in parallelogram, this trapezium you understood. So in trapezium, these are called non-parallel sides. These are parallel sides, these are non-parallel sides. Now area of trapezium is nothing but half the distance between these two is this into these parallel sides. Just if you want, you remember this formula while doing this problem. Anyhow, you need to remember this formula, but these are the basic things. Area of trapezium is nothing but half the distance between these two sides is something h, I am assuming, into sum of the parallel sides. Parallel sides means a plus b, like that. So area of trapezium, we have discussed about trapezium. Area of trapezium. Trapezium is nothing but quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel, and area of trapezium is half the distance between these two into a plus b. A plus b is nothing but parallel sides length. Next, parallelogram. Parallelogram means both pair of opposite sides are parallel. I told no. A, B, C, D, and in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. In a parallelogram opposite sides are also equal. So remember, a quadrilateral is a parallelogram in which opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are equal. That means this is 8, this is 8. If this is 5, this is 5. And also parallel. Parallel means like this, they will never intersect, like railway track. So this is this one. Parallelogram, area of parallelogram is, what is the area of parallelogram? Base into height. Just remember, base means this one, base into distance between the two parallel sides. base into height. So area of parallelogram is base into height. Next one, rectangle. So parallelogram is clear. A quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel and also opposite sides are equal is called a parallelogram, and area of parallelogram is base into height. This base, any base, if you take this base, this will become the height. Any base into height, in bracket you can write any base into corresponding height, remember. Next, this over rectangle. What is rectangle means? A parallelogram in which one angle is 90 degrees is called a rectangle. See here, parallelogram, this is also, rectangle is also parallelogram, but each angle is 90. Rectangle, you know very well, you have learned from lower classes, 5th class onwards you are learning what is rectangle. Rectangle means this is a parallelogram in which one angle is 90. One angle is 90 degrees is called a rectangle. So here, I will not go deep into that. Just remember, in a rectangle, diagonals are equal. What do you mean by diagonals? Diagonals means the line segment run from the opposite vertices. This is the diagonal. Another diagonal. There are two diagonals here also. Two diagonals will be there. In a parallelogram in which one angle is 90 degrees is called a rectangle. So each angle in rectangle is already 90 degrees. One special property is, in a rectangle, diagonals are equal. Remember this, very very important. Rectangle diagonals are equal. That means A, B, C, D. AC is equal to BD. Diagonal AC is equal to diagonal BD. Come back to rhombus. A parallelogram in which adjacent sides are equal. I don't know, in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal, but if adjacent side, if this side is equal to this side, that means every side is 5, 5, 5, 5. A parallelogram in which adjacent sides are equal is called a rhombus. Rhombus means parallelogram in which adjacent sides are equal is called rhombus. Rhombus, all sides are equal. Parallelogram in which one angle is right angle is called a rectangle. Next, square. What is square? Everybody knows. Square is nothing but square means all sides are equal. You know very well, all sides are equal. And one special property of square part is in a square diagonals are perpendicular to each other. That means here 90, 90, 90, 90, and in a square diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal in a square and diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Next, rhombus. In a rhombus also, see here. In a rhombus also diagonals are perpendicular to each other, but in a rhombus diagonals are not equal. That is the difference between square and rhombus. In a square also all sides are equal, rhombus also all sides are equal, but in a square diagonals are perpendicular. Here also diagonals are perpendicular. In a square diagonals are equal, rhombus diagonals are not equal. In a rectangle diagonals are equal. What's the difference between rectangle and square? Rectangle means length and breadth will be there, so leave it. Square, all sides are equal. Easily you can understand. Even though diagonals are equal, so therefore diagonals are equal, but in a square diagonals are perpendicular, rectangle diagonals are not perpendicular. So this is the basic introduction class. And area of parallelogram already discussed. Area of rectangle, from lower class onwards we are learning area of rectangle is length into breadth. Area of rhombus is half the product of its diagonals. Half the product of diagonals. Diagonals means D1, D2. Area of square you know already, side square or like something like that. So this is about introduction of mensuration of all formulae, all basics I have explained. So once again, quadrilateral in which one pair opposite sides are parallel are called trapezium. Quadrilateral in which both pair opposite sides are parallel are called parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Rectangle, parallelogram in which one angle is 90 degrees is called a rectangle. Parallelogram in which adjacent sides are equal, it becomes a rhombus. Square is nothing but in a square all sides are equal, diagonals are perpendicular to each other, diagonals are equal. In a rectangle, diagonals are equal but diagonals are not perpendicular. Rhombus, diagonals are perpendicular but diagonals are not equal. So formula also I have discussed. Area of rectangle, length into breadth. Square, from lower class onwards we are studying, from 5th class onwards, area of square side into side. Diagonal of area of rhombus is half the product of its diagonals. These are all the formula you need to remember while doing mensuration problems. Actually, you will write now what is the mean. This last. So they will give length is equal to 10 centimeters, breadth is equal to 5 centimeter, or say length is equal to 4 centimeters, breadth is equal to 3 centimeters. What is the area? Area of rectangle. What you will do? Simply length into breadth you will write. 4 into 3 is nothing but 12 square centimeter. Actually, what does it mean? Square centimeter means, here to draw, let us take this picture. This picture you take it. Here length is there. Length is 4 centimeter. Breadth is 3 centimeter. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is 3 centimeter. So area is 12. What is 12 square centimeter means? When you count these small squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is the meaning of area. Area is nothing but counting small squares. Length is 4 centimeter, like this. From here to here, length is 4 centimeter. Breadth is 3 centimeters. That is how you should remember. This is also related to graph sheet, but you should have a knowledge what is the meaning of square centimeter. Don't write area of rectangle is 12 centimeter. Centimeter is nothing but length. Here this area is nothing but counting number of squares. So this is about introduction of mensuration, and 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th classes you will be doing more number of problems. So I hope you have understood these basics. Thank you students. Have a nice day. Bye. Bye.